All right, we're here today to start finally on the fuel system on the beams. For a second today, we thought we weren't going to be able to because we've been getting fucked hard when it comes to just trying to buy the right banjo bolt. Ordered 2 of these in the on Amazon. Came in the mail yesterday. Super hyped. We get to start on this today, and then they sent us the wrong barb size. I don't know what size this is. It's smaller than 5/16, so.
Yeah, and we ordered 3/8, which is much larger than 5/16.
But the good thing is that it came with banjo bolts, so all we had to do was search through a million stores to find the right banjos, and we found the right banjos. So these are 3/8 barbed banjos, and the bolt is M12 by 125. Threads right into the fuel rail.
Oh yeah.
So
that's
yeah,
what we like to see.
So we're gonna be able to plumb up the fuel system today. We have this fuel regulator that I got off Summit Racing, and I also bought a Walbro 255, but I did some research and I found out that you don't need that, and in some cases you actually don't want to run that big of a pump. So yeah, I think the first step should be mounting the fuel regulator. I think we're gonna put it somewhere like right here. We also gotta figure out how to do it because this bracket is really weird. Like you would think you could just unbolt the bracket, bolt the bracket on, but then how are you supposed to
get to those bolts in the back?
Yeah, like there's no room to.
It's very strange.
So we're gonna try to just like snipe in self-tappers up here.
Yeah, we'll have to take this little guy out, but whatever. We have the technology.
We don't have drill bits, but we do have
drill bits.
We don't have
a Phillips
bit, but we do have just a drill bit. So we're gonna
make a pilot hole.
We're so close.
Get the level out. Bust out the level. All right.
Installed.
Fuel pressure regulator is expertly installed. Damn, look how much fuel pressure you got.
Torqued up.
0.
Okay, we got that on. We're well on our way now, boys.
Yeah, that was all it took.
So now we just pop these bad boy in here.
Oh, right there's fine.
Okay, so another issue we had was this line right here. This is the fuel return line. In the first place, we thought it was 5/16, which is what we based like everything off of. Weirdly, just guessing. Turns out it's not 5/16, it's a little smaller. But this hose is 5/16. It goes on there. It's a little loose, but we're just gonna
pull that off so people know what you're talking about. See, it's perfect. So that nubbin down there, that's the return line for the fuel. That's the feed line. Don't ask me what that is. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. So yeah, that's what Quentin's talking about. That barb on there. We assumed it was 5/16 because it's pretty much the 2 sizes you end up with most of the time. There's 3/8 or 5/16.
We bought this thinking it was 5/16, and we also bought this barbed on there now, but it's this just 5/16. So our issue was everything else on the system is going to be 3/8. Like this is 3/8. So we kind of just based everything off of this.
That's 3/8. That's 3/8.
So we were looking for an adapter that went from 5/16 to 3/8 so that we could run the return from 3/8 into 5/16. So we're just gonna run this on there, hose clamp the shit out of it, and hopefully it doesn't leak. If it does leak, then we'll...
Worst case scenario, we just have to replace that, which is not a huge deal.
And it was kind of hard to find this. Like we couldn't find just a simple adapter that went from 5/16 to 3/8. For some reason, like that doesn't exist. So we had to get this threaded.
Well, it exists, just not locally.
Yeah. This is what we ended up with. Put this on.
Quentin, what's that large snake you got there?
This is our 3/8 fuel line.
Oh, that's not what I was talking about, but okay.
This is the feed from the pump in the back.
Oh, that's 3/8 as fuck. I tell you what.
Run this to the back of the fuel rail.
Right there. Snake that bad bitch under there somewhere.
And this is gonna have to have a
filter in line.
Yeah, a filter, but we don't have one with us right now.
We just forgot to buy one.
So now we just gotta snip this and get it to connecto mundo to that.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, I have a box knife like that we could just be putting razor blades in this whole time. Instead, you just prefer to hold them in your hand. Yeah, I got it stripped down, bro. It's almost 100 degrees out today.
Maybe half that.
Yeah, no, it's 52 degrees out today, which is nice for us. So I would route it before you cut it. completely fuck off. That doesn't need it.
Oh, I was using the wrong side.
Safety. Ain't that some shit? At least we know these fittings aren't gonna leak right here. That's a hard one, I bet. Frick dang, hecker.
And just to tighten this one down.
I mean, yeah.
All right, feed.
That was hard.
It's fueled.
Had to do it kind of off camera a little bit. It doesn't look like it's all the way on there, and it probably isn't. But we could not get it to move.
Oh yeah, it's pretty far on there though.
Yeah.
Like yeah, so in here somewhere we'll go a fuel filter. We'll just have to cut that later and plop her in. Now we will route return to here.
To here. This is done.
This goes return.
Yeah. So it'll go from here to here.
Or should we go under here maybe?
Yeah, through there and then out the bottom. Yeah, we learned our lesson on that one. Snug it on there and then put the banjo bolting on. Bolting? Banjo bolting. Clutch go hard. Or what? Oh, I was thinking about Parker's clutch. Banjo bolt go hard. Fuel line go hard. It all go hard. That's almost as on as the other one.
Chill here for a little while.
Come back to you in a few minutes.
When I'm actually tight.
Oh my fucking god. And imagine buying the right size hose clamps. That'd be crazy.
Imagine doing anything right.
Fair enough. Tickle my toes and whistle my nose and my dick's about to blow. So you're coming together, brother. You're gonna have a fuel system in a sec, minus the fuel filter. I wonder how safe this is. Probably pretty safe. When measuring things, you always make sure that you're guessing. And you just think, yeah, that'll probably work out.
You guess and you hope.
Yeah, because if you don't hope, then your guess is worth shit, you know? But if you don't guess, there's no point in hoping.
Really, if you want to retain the idea and like the whole concept of hope, you gotta guess.
Yeah, I guess so. I hope that's right. I think these ones slide on really easily. At least the one down there did. I guess I got lucky with that one.
It's easier than the other one for sure.
You know what I can't wait for? Just all the fuel leaks we're gonna have to fix. Alright, I think that's fuel line done. Okay, so we have feed from the fuel tank to the rail, and then out of the rail to the fuel pressure regulator. There's one line left that goes from that to the return. But in the meantime, I gotta help Caleb. What's up? What do you need help with?
I just need you to look at the brake lights.
Oh, alright, come on, what you thinking?
Alright, so now I've got the 3/8
To the
line
return?
connected to the return line. That
We just need to give it enough slack so it doesn't chop it right there. Always remember to leave laser blades just laying around.
laser blades.
Laser braids, alright? Quentin finally converted and used this. Nah, just kidding. He refused. You know what this video is just gonna be mostly? Insertion and juice. This supplies juice to the thing. Insertion and thing juice.
That's it. We're all fueled up.
Yeah, so for those following along at home, it goes from the the feed right there. Shit, my dick off. From that feed that says 2019 on it. Come on, focus. From that, all the way up, snaky wise, into there, which we need to put a hose clamp on, and then to there, and then to here, and then to there, all the way.
And before anyone is like, why is the fuel pressurized after it leaves the motor? I couldn't actually tell you, but apparently that's what you're supposed to do.
So all we have to do is put hose clamps on stuff, tighten fittings, and put a fuel filter in there, and it's done. So we'll come to that before we try to start it. Yeah, I'm excited to get this thing wired up and then turn that key to accessory and see how much fuel just pisses out of places. But if we're lucky, none. And realistically, we shouldn't get much. And I'm sure it'll be easy to fix if we do get some. The only thing I really foresee leaking is the brass fitting down here, the step up. We probably will end up needing like something,
But like between there.
yeah, like Teflon tape or some shit like that. Like I think where hoses go to fittings and there's like hose clamps and stuff, I think 0% chance of leak. I think stuff like this where metal connects to metal, I think that's gonna be our issue. And then I think that needs a vacuum from the manifold, which is good because there's one right there. We can get a little baby hose and go. All right, look, all it needs is a filter.
Yep.
That's pretty exciting.
Fueled up, boys.
Yeah, I was like over here, Quentin's over there. It's crazy. He missed it, but
What?
I don't know. I was gonna say something, then I remembered it wasn't relevant at all.
So yeah, we I guess the next step is wiring now.
Uh-oh. Also a radiator cap.
For sure.
That's pretty important, which is funny because it's such an insignificant little thing. Oh.
Yeah, just hop.
I'll just sit on it the whole time while you're driving.
Yeah, sit right there.
Yeah.
And the lighting is different now. And
Yep.
Quentin has a Baja Blast. Oh, and a fuel pump.
And a fuel filter.
Something must have happened.
Fuel filter.
Oh, I keep saying fuel pump. It's a fuel filter. Something must have happened between that last clip and this clip. We've been to O'Reilly 3 different times today, and every single time they said something profoundly stupid.
Yeah. God, it was awful.
Not even anything against O'Reilly really as a company, just the people who work at this local one. It's not O'Reilly's.
Is it not?
It's not. Just like it's not Fred Meyer's.
I think it's O'Reilly.
It's not. That's why the slogan is O'Reilly.
I know it's not Fred Meyer's. That's my biggest pet peeve.
But it's not O'Reilly either in the exact same way. I mean, it's not O'Reilly's.
Are you sure?
It's
Look it
O'Reilly.
up.
I'm looking it up right now.
I'm pretty sure it's O'Reilly's.
It's not.
O'Reilly's Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. O'Reilly. There's no S.
Fuck.
No S.
Dumb.
O'Reilly. At least you aren't saying like Napa's.
Need a hacksaw for this fucker.
Yeah. Hacksaw that fucker. Alright, I got Quentin a new blade, and then with that, he put the fuel pump filter in.
Alright, there it is.
Wow, look at that. Did you get it the right way, though? With the in and out?
Is there anything else?
Yeah, it says on it, in and out.
Oh, fuck. Where?
In, oh, yeah, you got lucky.
Yeah, so we got this fuel regulator all mounted up, fuel lines in. Finally, we sorted out our banjo bolt issue.
Yeah, that was some bullshit. That's the only reason we haven't been working
That
on
was
this car.
some bullshit, dude.
Oh! Yeah, we got
Yeah.
played by a banjo.
So basically all we need now, a 90 coupler for this, a little cone filter buddy to go here, wiring, drive shaft.
And then some stuff with the throttle.
Yeah.
Not much.
Not much.
Not much at all, man. And then we'll be able to take this bad bitch down to Tacoma and get it fully like detailed and wet sanded and shit. It's gonna be so nice.
So I guess that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Check out our merch store. Check out our Patreon. And thanks to the existing patrons.
Bill
And
Gates,
we'll see you in
I'm
the
a
next video.
motherfucking band man.
Love you.
Ice cream paint on my Louis V soda can. I just no scope, yo bitch, check the bandy can. 10 racks in my hands, call me Edward Van Hands. I was in a band, man, we were called the Band Band. Meet me at the Denny's, cause I'm cooking up a band slam. Yeah, ooh, yeah, ooh, yay, yeah, I have way more money than you. Ran out of pockets, keep money in my shoe. 10 rollies on my wrist, dream come true. Granting all my wish, that's what the money do. Rolling up a swish, puff till I turn blue. Double styrofoam dish, brain turned to goo. I don't really care, cause the doctor make it new. I'm really rich, and that's what the money do. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yay. Woo, yeah. Blah blah blah, pussy, money, money, weed. Yada yada yada, got a wad of paper all green. Henny, 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 roly polies for my team. Zenny, Molly, Percocet, and promethazine. Got a lot of Lamborghinis in my Lambo account. How many do you got? Bitch, you know I can't count. I just dropped a rack on a couple new rack mounts, so I can put some racks on my racks. Watch me ball out. Honey nose kid with